Good evening, Internet. Shroom here, and tonight we're heading back to Standard, and the beatings are going to continue until Standard rotates. We're playing another stompy deck that's really focused around 4-drops. We're going to play some 4-drop Whoppers tonight. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look. So we are a Golgari stompy deck, and basically the whole idea of this deck is ramping from 2 to 4 mana. So we're trying to play 4 mana spells on turn 3. So first let's take a look at our 4-drops. Our big bombs are Bristlebud Farmers, 5/5 trample for 4 mana. I really like 5/5s, 5 power creatures or higher for 4. This also has trample, creates food tokens, and when it attacks we can sack food to possibly draw extra creatures, which is very nice. We're also playing Colossal Rattlewurms, which are just, they're 6/5 tramplers for 4 mana, and if we control a desert we can play them as if they had flash. We do have a few deserts in our mana base, not like that many, but enough that this will occasionally become something that we can play at instant speed and really catch our opponent off guard. We're additionally playing, Desecration Demon, which was a terror when it was printed in Standard way back in the day, along with Gary and the mono black Devotion deck. It's a 6/6 flyer for 4, which is huge. I mean, we're basically abusing how much power and toughness you get for mana value in MTG these days. Opponents can sack creatures to tap it down and put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is most of the time going to be fine with us if they want to do that. It just delays their demise a little bit. Shieldred, you know this card. It's busted. It's a 4-drop. We're playing it. Surak the Hunt Caller is a 5/4 for 4 mana that if we control creatures with power 8 or greater, lets us give one of our creatures haste until the end of the turn so we can get into immediate attacks with our Farmers and Rattlewurms. And we are playing the 2 of Debris Beetle, which is an improved Siege Rhino, sort of. It's a 6/6 trampling vehicle that drains for 3 when it enters the battlefield. It has a crew 2 cost, which we can easily pay with the rest of our creatures. So the thing about ramp decks is usually you're ramping from like turn 1. You're trying to play 3 drops on turn 2. In Standard that's very difficult because there's basically only Llanowar Elves that you can use to ramp. I guess there's like a new card, Mold Tender or something, that you can put in some work to try to get that to be a ramp spell, but most of the time you're stuck with just the elves to try to ramp into 3 drops on turn 2. However, there's a whole plethora of 2 mana creatures that can tap to add mana, meaning that playing 4 drops on turn 3 is relatively easy, and we're playing 7 2-drops that can tap that are mana dorks, and they have a little upside to these 2-drop mana dorks, which is kind of cool as compared to Llanowar Elves. For instance, the Armored Scrapgorger exiles a card when it taps to add mana from a graveyard when it taps to add mana, so it's a little bit of graveyard hate built into this ramp piece. It eventually transforms into a 3/3 creature as well, which means that it can start attacking. It's a 3/3. We are also playing one of Llanowar Loamspeaker, which taps for any color of mana and can tap to animate one of our lands into a 3/3 attacker, which is nice. The Tender Wild Guide is just a grizzly bear that can offspring, so when we cast it we can pay an extra 2 to get a token that's a copy of it, so we get 2 mana dorks in 1, and it can also just tap to put +1/+1 counters on itself to transform itself into a beater. And we're trying out Twitching Doll that can tap for any color of mana, and as it does so it gets a nest counter. We can tap it and sack it to create a spider to reach spider token for each nest counter it has on it. So as this thing taps to accelerate our clock, or accelerate our mana, it will accumulate these nest counters. Eventually we can sack it to gain a bunch of spiders and maybe close out the game that way. And of course all these creatures can crew the this guy and this guy can crew the Dung Beetle as well. So our curve is very focused around 1, 2, and 4 on the mana curve. We don't have a lot of 3-drops. Our 1-drops include Paw Patch Recruit. That's just where you want to be as a green 1-drop in a world of pixie decks, bounce decks that are constantly targeting your permanents. 3 of Duress, 2 of Cut Down are additional 1 mana plays. In addition to the mana dorks, we have a Bitter Triumph, a Go for the Throat for more removal. Invasion of Ixalan is a really nice card selection piece. It digs deep for permanents among the top 5 of our library, and we can eventually attack it to turn into a dinosaur, which I suspect we'll rarely do, but it is an option should the need arise. We've got a 1 of Tear Asunder in the main board as well for Artifact Enchantment, and we're not averse to playing 4 mana spells, so we can easily kick this to exile any non-land permanent, which is really sweet. very few 3-drops, really only one Outcast or Trailblazer to draw us cards when our big creatures enter, and one Spinner of Souls. I kind of really like this card. I've never really tried it out in numbers. It seems really good in a deck like this, though, where our creatures die, we get to reveal cards from our library until we reveal a creature, so it basically makes all of our creatures replace themselves when they die, meaning that effectively our opponent will have to target this with spot removal before they can target our other creatures, because otherwise our creatures will just replace themselves. Tranquil Frillback is actually really just a 4-drop, because we always want to kick this. So although theoretically it can be a 3-mana 3/3, we're always going to want to kick it for one or more modes to either destroy artifacts, enchantments, graveyards, or gain some life. So that is the plan of the deck. Interact, play a mana dork on turn 2, ramp into a 4-drop on turn 3, and just start playing 4-mana bombs, exploiting the ridiculous power and toughness you get for mana value these days. There's a total of 22 lands in the deck, which should be sufficient given that we have all these mana dorks to get us to our 4-drops on turn 3. We are playing 3 Festering Gulches, which are deserts that do enable us to play Flash with our Rattlewurms, 1 Restless Cottage, 2 Demolition Fields. The sideboard contains Dreams of Steel and Oil, along with Binding Negotiation for more discard, 2 Anoint with Afflictions against aggro decks, good cheap removal that exiles. Malicious Eclipse is also a sweeper against weedy decks, aggro decks. Ancient Vendetta is there as a, surgical extraction effect. It's a 4-mana spell, which we can cast on turn 3. We're essentially going to name, Sunfall with this, because we hate Sunfall, like all, stompy decks of this ilk. It kind of wrecks us. So let's just remove all of those Sunfalls from our opponent's library, why don't we? We're playing Terra Sunders 2 through 4 for very efficient exile-based removal, great against all the enduring creatures / enchantments. And again, we are not averse to kicking this to exile any non-land permanent. Tranquil Throwback number 3 is also in our sideboard. Shielded number 2 against decks that want to draw a lot of cards, and 3 of Obstinate Balos against those discard decks, those pixie decks. Punish them for bouncing their Hopeless Nightmares repeatedly. So that is the plan. We're going to ramp into huge bombs with our 2-drop mana dorks. On turn 3, we'll be dropping 6/5 tramplers, 5/5 tramplers that draws cards when they attack, and hopefully one would think that might be enough to win some games. Let's see how it actually works out in Diamond tier of Standard. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MCG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. None will be our opponents. With our 4-drop Whopper Stompy list, be on the play. And we do have mana dorks. We've got a 4-drop. We've got 2 tap lands, however, which is unfortunate. But this is still definitely a keep. Alright, let's do some surveilling. We do want land number 3, so we'll keep that on top. This does allow us to play a mana dork. Do we want to do that, though? Our opponent leads on Meticulous Archive. Could mean they're control, so I think we want to duress them. Oh, Omniscience Invasion of Tolvada. Okay, they're trying to reanimate Omniscience. So let's discard that. Ping you for 1. Collector's Vault. Alright, Frillback is good. I think we'll go with Scrapgorger so we can start exiling their graveyard. Thran Spider. Gonna dish out some Power Stones. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I think we want to add green. We'll exile this. Let's go with Tranquil Frillback. We'll kick it. Destroy your Collector's Vaults. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay, that's scary. We don't have an answer for that. Correction, we have Tear Asunder. Okay. We also have a Power Stone. So, 100%, no doubt we're doing this. And I think we're also just going to start beating down. I think so. They've got 2 Omniscience in their hand. We'll just pay 3 life to kill this. Exile from their graveyard. Attack with the Frillback. Alright, let's play our Debris Beetle. And I think we'll play a Llanowar Loamspeaker. Exile that from your graveyard. Attack for 3. Opponent impulses. They no longer have any way to get anything into their graveyard. Our Armored Scrapgorger is a 3/3 now. Okay, opponent scoops. That was brutal. So we want Frillback, we want Tear Asunders out the wazoo. We want Binding Negotiation. Let's ditch Spinner of Souls. Go for the Throat, probably isn't going to be good against them. I don't think Cut Down does anything against them either. Cut one of our Paw Patches. Doesn't seem like they're going to be targeting our stuff too much. I suppose there's some... I don't know. I think we just need to disrupt them rather than try to, like, extract their simulacrums or like, omniscience. Just try to kill them before they can get that stuff going. Yeah, we've got a 2-drop, we've got bombs, we've got Tear Asunder. This is definitely a keep. We got a turn 1 Duress, that's nice. Season, Repair, and Recharge. I think we're going to take... Yeah, we'll take Simulacrum Synthesizer. Let them tap out on turn 5 to repair and recharge it. And then at that point we can Tear Asunder. Okay, we draw another Duress. But I think we just want to ramp. We can also start exiling their graveyard with our Scrapgorger. Okay, they draw a counterspell. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a non-land non-creature, put it into your hand. Okay. So now we can Duress you. I think we'll take the Collector's Vaults. Then we'll play the Wild Guide. Festering Gulch lets us play our Worm at instant speed in the future. We'll just play a 5/5 Trampler. Alright, let's attack. Yeah, we'll sack a food. to dig for something. I guess it's a paw patch. Or do we want to land? Paw patch seems pretty good. I'm gonna play a paw patch. Collector's Vault. Okay. Alright, let's flash in our worm. Do we have lethal? If they have nothing, yeah, this is just lethal. Pay 3 life, kill that. Attack for lethal? Sure. Grab a debris beetle. And GG's. Well, that is what the deck is trying to do. Mushin is our next opponent. This is not a very good hand. We don't have any ramp. We don't have black mana. We got a bunch of black cards. We're on the draw. But I kind of don't like this. I don't know. In the dark, is this good enough? We can almost cast Spinner of Souls, which is pretty good. Let's keep it. See how this goes. We're not always going to have the nut draw of, like, Duress into Mana Dork into 4-drop. We do need to draw something, though. Okay, so it looks like a token control deck. Okay, that's a good draw. No attack. Caretaker's Talent. Okay, since they drew the talent, I think we do want to cut down that rabbit and attack. Maybe that was bad, because that means, yeah, I think that was bad. Urabrask's Forge. Okay, this is just like the old school Japanese deck from way back in the day. I mean, they copy a token that, oh, this isn't gonna go away? Okay. So let's duress. Get lost, get lost, get lost, split up. Psst, what a hand. Well, that's gonna be hard to beat their hands. No attack. I mean, they can split up here. Yeah, it does cost them their token. They get another token, they draw a card. Yep, they have their engine online. We need to get rid of this forge. That deck also plays Sunfall. Armored Scrapgorger. Okay, we can scoop here. They're just on the play, got their engine online immediately. We had kind of a slow, awkward draw. But we know what they're up to now. So we know we want all of our Terra Sunders. We want our Tranquil Frillbacks. We want all of our discard. We want Sheoldred. We want Malicious Eclipse. With one cut down, we don't want Dreams of Steel and Oil. Paw Patch, also pretty not great against them. Because they have so many 1/1s lying around. I'll keep in one Paw Patch. Go for the Throat, so we have 2 spot removal spells. Yeah, let's just cut all the Paw Patches. We gotta cut one other thing. Maybe we'll cut one of these Debris Beetles. Okay, we don't have a Mana Dork on 2 here either. We get an Invasion of Ixalan, and we've got a Frillback. We'd love to ramp into it. I think we're going to keep. Let's hope our Surveil helps us a little bit here. Wastewood Verge. We don't really want that. Okay, Binding Negotiation is good. Sunfall, Brotherhood's End, Song, Forge. Well, obviously Sunfall is really bad for us. Double Forge is also quite bad. We don't have, we have one spell that can target an enchantment. I guess we gotta take one of these Forges. Okay, Duress is good. I think we'll Duress the Sunfall. Try to find land number 4 for our Frillback. Okay. We do find land number 4. There's a Forge. Okay. Let us kick our Frillback. Get rid of the Forge. Okay, they tap out to play Split Up to kill just one creature, which is fine. Let's play our Spinner of Souls. Okay, there's Brotherhood's End. Alright, let's Offspring this guy. Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper. Okay, Sheoldred is good. Carrot cake. Uh-huh. Impact tremors. Alright, I think I want to flip this battle if possible. They're gonna chump. That's fine. So let's double kick this. Exile an artifact or enchantment, gain 4 life. Get rid of impact tremors. It does represent a good chunk of damage with the Song of Totentans. They get lost Shelly. They scry to the top. Rattlewurm, do we have a deserts? We do not. Let's explore. Why are you tapping my colored lands to do that? Okay, now we have a desert. Attack you. Take 3. War Leader's Call, but they have no way to produce token. Well, they got the Song of Totentans, which can produce 1 rat right now. Okay, let's flash in our worm. Tear asunder. Let's explore with our frillback. Twitching doll. I think we just want more bombs at this point. Attack you. I think we'll just tear this asunder. Play a Scrapgorger. Their rats cannot block. Okay, we got this. That's GG. Oh no, opponent, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't rope us. Don't rope us. Alright, that is a salty rope if I ever saw one. Well, I'm keeping that in. That counts as half a win. Atomic Quartz the Fervent will be our next opponent. Opponent kept 7. We got 5 lands. We do get 2 surveils. We also got Duress and Tear Asunder. I think I'm gonna keep this. Because we get 2 surveils. We don't need more lands at this point. Vengeful Blood Witch. So it's one of these aristocrat-y style decks. Let's Duress. Yep. Bloodghast. Bart. Splitskin Doll. Alright, Duress is a whiff. We'll go for another tap land. Paw Patch. It's something we can do next turn. Kick a Paw Patch recruit. Is that good though, or do we want to just try to find more bombs? I think it's fine. It's a way we can spend all of our mana. Overlord. Alright, let's kick our bunny. Lagast. Do we want to block this? I suppose so. Alright. Start dropping bombs. Infestation Sage. Bart. Sure, we'll block the Bloodghast. Gonna drain us. They'll be at max speed. Okay. We certainly want to attack with our worm. Okay, they throw their whole team at it. Okay. Sure. Gonna get some good pings on us. And we'll play a farmer. Here comes the Bloodghast. Here comes the doll. Here comes an Infestation Sage. Alright, let's attack. Yes, we will sack a food. For another farmer. Oh, we had a worm we could have taken there. That was dumb. Play another farmer. Ilis Ilkor. Alright. I think we want to tear that asunder. Attack with our beaters. We'll say yes. Let's grab a debris beetle. Yes. Let's grab a Rattlewurm. Okay, a lot of blocking going on here. Not sure how this is gonna pan out. A lot of stuff's gonna die. Do I die is the question. Not quite. Okay. Let's play our debris beetle. Drain you for 3. Play a swamp and a tender guide. Can't do anything about that. Another Overlord. Just hard cast. They get back Illis Ilkor. What to do here? We certainly want to play our Rattlewurm. The question is, do I want to attack with Debris Beetle? I don't think I do. I think I want to save it to block this Overlord. Oh, I can't, because it doesn't have haste, of course. I guess the question was, do I want to attack with... What is it? What are they doing? Destroy chosen permanent, now value equal to the number of... Okay. There's Ilas. Alright. Let's make this into a 4/4. Let's eat our food. Let's go fetch a desert. Invasion of Ixalan. Play Invasion of Ixalan. I guess I want to frill back. Let's double kick. So we'll gain 4 life, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Opponent scoops. Okay. So we absolutely want Anoint with Affliction. We want Malicious Eclipse. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Frill back some number of Terra Sunder. Maybe 2 more. Go down 1 Paw Patch. Go down Bitter Triumph. Duress actually is really bad against them. I will bring in Binding Negotiation. Maybe 2 Terra Sunders is okay. Let's cut our Trailblazer. I think I want Shieldred number 2. Our life is constantly being pressured by everything they do. I think we'll cut the Spinner as well. Just go down to 2 Paw Patches. Okay, this hand looks pretty good. Shieldred is great. Desecration Demon is good. Although, I don't know. They're going to have the fodder to tap this down constantly. Might actually be a bad thing for us. Maybe we should have boarded that out. But I'm going to keep it on the strength of Binding Negotiation and Shieldred. And good mana. Anoint with Affliction is a very good draw. There's the Brood Witch. Blood Witch, rather. Okay. Let's go binding negotiation. We're definitely gonna take... They don't have any white mana. But we are really scared of Zahur, so we're gonna take that. Infestation. Yep. Alright, I think we'll pass here. Alright, let's anoint this. And cut this down. Their board is nice and small now. So let's play our Bristlebud. Get our food. Okay, they killed Bristlebud. We draw another Bristlebud. I think I'll just play Shieldred here. Overlord, hardcast. Okay. Gets back their Blood Witch. So I'm gonna play Desi. There's their Blood Witch. So they got nothing. They can sack a Blood Witch to tap down my Desecration Demon. Get in for a attack. And attack. Okay. Probably should have played Debris Beetle there instead of Desi. Yeah, I think we have to block this, right? We have to block the Overlord. We can't let them keep just getting creatures back from their graveyard. Alright, let's go to combat. You gonna keep sacking? Yep. Alright, play another farmer. Spitskin Doll. Draws them a card. Raise the past. Ooh, that's bad. Alright, let's draw Malicious Eclipse. Can we draw a Malicious Eclipse? No. So I believe we're dead. The maximum life we can go to is 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 21. Then we can block a bunch of their stuff. Well, let's see if they tap our Desi. They're gonna tap Desi, so we can't block with it. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Yeah, they have that card. Which, do we need to bring in Ancient Vendetta for it? Okay, we don't like Desecration Demon. We don't like giving them a free sack outlet, that's for sure. Raise the Past. Maybe we do want the Ancient Vendetta for that. I kind of think that might be worth doing. I think we can cut Sirach. This is a one-lander and not a good one, so we have to mulligan. We can keep this. This is a good hand. We have a 2-drop mana dork and 4 drops, including Tranquil Frillback. So the question is, we should bottom one of these 3. Which one is the question? I think it's Shieldred. Alright, let's play our Wild Guide. And let's draw a land, an untapped land for next turn, please. Gas Guzzler is another nice sack outlet. No untapped land, that's unfortunate. Alright. Twitching Doll it is. We'll just stay back so we can block this Gnarling Gorehound. Overlord. Mills 3 lands and an Overlord. Okay. Let's play a farmer. Bart. Okay. Let's attack with our Overlord. We will sack. Grab another farmer. They take it. We will play said farmer. Make some more foods. Where's our Malicious Eclipse? Maybe we should have 2 in the sideboard. These kinds of decks are becoming very, a bit popular. We encountered 2, like, Aristocrats decks last week, too. More cut downs. Alright. Let's attack with our dudes. Yeah. Look at the top 3. Let's grab Shieldred. Look at the top 3. Let's grab a Swamp. Alright, a bunch of stuff dies. They take some damage. We take some damage. Alright, let's play another farmer. I think we'll go ahead and just cut down this guy. Because why not? They're just going to sack it to Bart. More infestation. Okay, Ancient Vendetta. First things first. Let's attack with our dudes. Sack food. Grab a land. Sack food. Grab land. Kill Bart. They take 10. Now do we Vendetta for Raise the Past? What are the odds they top deck Raise the Past? We could just play Shieldred. I think we just play Shieldred. Because I think we'll win with Shieldred even if they Raise the Past. Phew, alright. That was close, but we got there. Was Thursday will be our opponent. Yesterday was in fact Thursday at the time of this recording. That's a one lander and not a good one, so we have to mulligan. We'll keep this probably bottom Tranquil Frill back, I guess. Yeah, I think it'll be Frilly T. Tilly free. Do we want a swamp? I think we do want land number 4, possibly. Nah, I should have milled that. Alright, let's duress you. Another token control deck. Okay. I think we'll take Caretaker's Talents. Alright. I'm gonna plot this. Next turn I can cast it and then cast my Colossal Worm to draw a card. Play our worm. We get to draw a card. They get lost. Let's explore. Go for the throat. No, we don't really want that. Alright, they lay down arms. Carrot cake. Shieldred's pretty nice. Let's play Shelly. Let's explore. We'll leave a farmer on top. More lay down arms. Archangel Elspeth makes another token.
This is our fight to win.
Alright, play our farmer. Play a gulch. Alright, let's cut that down in response to the activation. Sunfall. Alright, we draw another farmer. That's pretty good.
Ready arms.
Okay. I suppose there's no reason not to go fetch another desert. Pingy for one. Paw Patch. Alright. Let's attack Elspeth. Yes, we will sack a food. Oh, I put 2 worms into my graveyard. I'll take another worm. Elspeth is down.
I have given everything.
Let's kick a Paw Patch. Pass. Alright, getting all their tokens online. So they can hard cast the Overlord now, sure. So we can just eat this 2/2 for free. We'll take 2. Okay, I'm gonna attack like this. I'll grab a debris beetle. Hopefully just thinking real hard about this block. Hopefully not roping. They just take it. Okay. Beetle. Drain you for 3. Pass. They rope out. I mean, I don't know what's up with these token control players. How do you get to diamond tier if you do that kind of stuff? Drum, 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 the crafty. With their Gandalf avatar. We're on the draw. We have a Paw Patch for turn 1 and a Mana Dork on turn 2. So we'll keep. Need to find some black mana. Mana Elf. There's our black mana, that's good. Play Paw Patch. This means that we can cast a Rattlewurm on turn 3. Assuming our Twitching Doll doesn't die, which it may very well. Edict's gonna make me sack my bunny, okay. So let's go for the Twitching Doll. Their Overlord deck. More Mana Elves. Okay, so let's drop our Rattlewurm. Doubling season. Okay. So I could attack for 8. I think I'll just attack for 6. Play my tap land. Festering Gulch. I don't really need a Festering Gulch. And I can kick my Frill back and get rid of Doubling Season or Overlord. I think Doubling Season. Hardcast Green Overlord. Okay, let's attack with the Rattlewurm. Opponent takes it. Play Debris Beetle. Drain you. Liliana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
We'll sack our Frill back.
I've always hated crowds.
More Overlords. Okay, let's just put a counter on our dude. I think we'll crew. How do we want to do this? I think I'll play my farmer. Crew the Beetle with it. Attack you, attack you, attack Lily. Overlords have to block the 6-power creatures.
This isn't
Lily's
Things
down.
are supposed to go.
Go ahead and just cut down one of these elves too. Why not? You're at 1. I have a 5/5 trampler and a 2/2. They do get back their overlord though. Okay, and we draw frill back. That's perfect. So let's cast the frill back. Kick it to destroy an enchantment. GG. Okay, so we want a binding negotiation. We want tear asunders. Frill backs. We'll cut a trailblazer. We also want dreams of steel and oil because they're an overlord deck. Guess we'll cut Surak. We'll cut Loamspeaker. Doll, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-mana dorks. And then we'll cut She-Oldred. Cut 1 Paw Patch. Double green mana with 2 mana dorks. And good top end. I think this is a keep. We can start playing 4-drops early, hopefully. Need to find a land or 2. Bit of a slow hand. Opponent molds. Okay, Terra Sunder's good. Overlord. Alright, let's play our Wild Guide. Momentum Breaker. Okay. Attacking with the elf. Well, that's a good sign. Okay, twitching doll. Let's play the doll. Opponent passes. Okay. So let's play a Rattlewurm. Hardcast Overlord. Overlord number 2 flips. Okay, let's attack with our Rattlewurm. They block. What do I want to do here? I think I'll just tear asunder the second one. Duress you. Swamp. Play a Paw Patch. More overlords. They're gonna attack with Restless Cottage. Okay. Sure. Duress, not doing much here. Let's play another Rattlewurm. Alright, we don't find an answer for the Overlord. So let's attack with our worm. I'm gonna eat some food. Get in for 6. Let's play a Beetle. Drain you for 3. Momentum Breaker. Okay. We'll sack our Paw Patch. Oh, I should have crewed my thing first. It doesn't matter. I can crew with my twitching doll. What's up, Maven? How you doing? Overlord ticking down. So let's add a counter to our twitching doll. So we can make 4 spiders with it now. Unfortunately, my Scrapgorger starts as a 0-3, so it can't crew the Beetle. I could sack my doll for the spiders and crew the Beetle that way. I think that's good, actually. I have sufficient mana to play, like, my whole deck, basically. This Overlord is coming down next turn. Yeah, let's make 4 2/2s. Let's crew our Beetle. Let's get in 12 points of trampling damage. Alright, they're gonna chump. Probably double block the Rattlewurm. How's it going? Doing some editing. They also have 6 points of life they can gain off these enchantments. Busy day, sweet. I saw the short that you put up yesterday. I'm just like, how the heck did she even figure out that this was a thing? Seed of hope. That if you go to this one particular... Okay, opponent scoops it up, and we're on a roll here. The someone, the Brilliant, will be our opponents. I think my problem with the eager edge skating is my mouse wheel is way too sensitive. So this happens to me a lot when I'm fighting too. I just like try to select a weapon, but I over-select. So I think I just need to map my weapons to my keyboard, and maybe that would allow me to like accurately switch back and forth from my sword, and I'd be able to eager edge skate. Okay, this is a mulligan because we have no colored mana. And this is a very good hand. We have a 1-drop into a twitching doll, into 4 drops. The question is what to bottom. Boy, I sure would love to play both of these farmers. Are we on the play or the draw? I forget. I'm gonna be greedy and bottom a land. Okay, we're on the draw. Let's play a bunny. River Churn Monument? Mill? Are you kidding me? So this can 1 mana mill us for 2. You can exhaust it. Mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Okay. So I think we'll play our Twitching Doll. Mills us for 2. Another monument. Okay, let's attack with our bunny. Let's play a 5/5 trampler. So, this is certainly a deadly cover-up deck. Gonna mill me for 2 again. And again. Okay, let's attack. Are we gonna sack a food to mill ourselves for 3 and get a permanent from among the 3? I think we'll do this one time. Okay, we will grab Surak? I think Surak, because we might need to get into hasty attack after a sweeper. I'll give myself the counter. Ifara's Dispersal. So you're gonna bounce me and Surveil 2. So they take 3. Now we can play our Future Worms at instant speed. And I think I want to deploy this Debris Beetle. Drain you for 3. Now I can attack for lethal next turn. Well, it depends on if they sweep here. They clearly have some kind of interaction. Still, I think we're gonna do it. So let's crew this bug. Let's play Surak. They Urtai to counter it. And let us draw a card. Okay. Sure. Gonna mill us. So we get an attack for 6. 7, actually. The Paw Patch has trampled as well. Ping you for 1 with our desert. Oh, we actually can just kill them with our deserts. Do we have another Festering Gulch? Is there another Festering Gulch in the list? I don't remember. Do we have another Festering Gulch in our mana base? I think we do. I think we have 3. Yes, we do. Ping you for 1. Haha, the desert win. Love it. So mill control. Here we want Ancient Vendetta, I think, to grab Jace. We also want Binding Negotiation. Cut down is going to be totally useless. I think we want Tear Asunder, and we want Tranquil Frillback. And probably Shieldred. Let's cut the Spinner. Cut the Trailblazer. Go for the Throat. I don't think we need Go for the Throat. Gotta make 3 cuts here. Let's cut the Wild Guide. Maybe we don't need Shieldred number 2. We'll cut 1 Frillback. We've got the 4 Terra Sunders that can hit Jace plus their artifacts. That's a mulligan. 1 land. Okay. This is also 1 land, but we get a Surveil. We're on the draw. I think this is also a mulligan. Well, that's really unfortunate, getting 3 one-landers in a row. Like, this is just an awful, awful hand. But I don't think you can, like, go to 4, really, ever, and hope to win, so we're keeping. And I'll bottom this Rattlewurm, and one of these 2-drops. Oh, maybe Ancient Vendetta? Maybe Ancient Vendetta, because these 2-drops might be our only way to generate mana. I guess Ancient Vendetta. There's 22 lands in the deck, so really, statistically, you should not get 1-landers that often. Alright, let's duress you. We negate. Ghost Vacuum. Alright, let's play a Scrapgorger. That kind of works against their mill plan, right? Because their monuments are keyed on the number of cards in our graveyard. So I don't think that's actually very good for them. Invasion of Ixalan. Which is probably going to find us a land here. Or do we go for a big beater or a paw patch? Maybe a paw patch. I think a paw patch, you know, get something going on. Just start getting something that can inflict damage until it dies. Okay, so now they have a Fountain Ports. We're not gonna attack. Let's just play a Twitching Doll. Well, okay. Let's go for a duress. As far as dispersal, Tishana's Tidebinder. Land. Okay. Guess I'll just play another doll. Pass. Just gonna keep making fish. They also have this Restless Reef. Opponent. So they could Tidebind here. They choose not to. Maybe they're waiting for... This actually can't even kill a Restless Reef. We're not attacking. Alright, yet another early scoop out, or timeout. So, I don't know what's with people tonight. Doesn't anyone want to play Magic? Barrow-Space will be our final opponent of the evening. So like Aerospace, but with bears. And this is a keep. We've got a 2-drop mana dork plus a good 4-drop, so that's what we're looking to do. We even have deserts. We can really stop drawing lands now. Okay. Let's play Loamspeaker. So, opponent's showing Abzan colors. Let's play a farmer. Archdruid's Charm. Scene of the Crime. Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana. Sacrifice this land, draw a card. Okay, they're a Kona deck. They just have it. Portal to Phyrexia. Alright, I don't think we can beat that. So, they're a combo, and they just had the combo in their hand. So, let's go. Ancient Vendetta, Dreams, Binding Negotiation. I guess maybe we shouldn't have scooped there. The thing is, they just get to resurrect our creatures every turn. That was probably an early scoop. I think we want Terra Sunders and Tranquils. Paw Patches. Cut Down doesn't seem particularly good. What do we Ancient Vendetta for? They probably have a whole smorgasbord of different busted things. So I mean, Portal to Phyrexia would be a good one, but I'm sure they have other stuff too. So just taking that away doesn't necessarily mean that we win the game. Cut the Spinner and the Trailblazer. Okay, we've got double discard spells, so that's good. We'll keep. A lot of disruption. I mean, we don't have, like, any clock whatsoever of our own, but we do have Invasion of Ixalan. Alright, let's duress you. Vivian Cultivator Caravan lands. Okay. Take Cultivator Caravan. Let's Let's binding negotiate. Overlord Vivian. Guess we'll just take Overlord. I don't know, I could have taken Vivian because we have a Tear Asunder for Overlord, but we can use Tear Asunder on Vivian also. Invasion. Let's grab a Farmer. Overlord. So what do we want to do? I think we'll just pass. We'll flash in our Rattlewurm. They get to +1.
This will be over quick.
Nature speaks, and I listen.
A Kona, but they have nothing to pay it off. Alright, we'll just play our Rattlewurm. Another Rattlewurm. Alright, let's attack Vivian.
This doesn't mean I'm giving up.
Pass. Glimpse the core. Sure. Llanowar Elf. Flash in another worm. Attack your face. Demolition field. You don't really need a demolition field. And I think I'll play the farmer now. That is all kinds of lethal for next turn. I don't know, unless they have like... Do they have the Portal to Phyrexia in their hand also? No, just an Overlord. That's totally fine. Because we can tear asunder that. Royal treatments. And we can tear asunder that. And that's lethal. I think that's lethal. Yeah, that's totally lethal. Yeah, I think we just gotta dodge the Kona cheese. Maybe we'll go for Shieldred number 2. I don't know. Doesn't seem like they're targeting us with anything, really. Okay. If we can draw a third land, we've got bombs for turn 4, for turn 3, so we'll keep. We don't have any disruption, though. Glimpse the core. Alright, play our Scrapgorger. There's the scene of the crime. So I think I actually need to hold up. I I actually need to hold up Go for the Throat. I'm gonna go for Desecration Demon. There's the Kona. Oh, I don't get a chance to use it before that. What? Oh, because it's a mana ability? Okay, I think I'm dead. I think I screwed myself. They still get the trigger. Because it's a mana ability? Okay, boo. That's some BS right there. We had to go for the throat. We just waited. Because it's a mana ability to use the scene of the crime, like, you have no opportunity to respond to it. I didn't think about that, so they're just able to do it. We needed to kill it right away. So we got cheesed out. Alright, so our final record with standard 4-drop Whoppers was what? We won 3 games plus like 3 other games where our opponents scooped early. And we lost one to the Kona combo deck, which we actually had the disruption for in that last game. But I made a mistake and did not realize the timing of when I needed to remove the Kona. I think we had a good chance of winning that game had I done that. It depends on whether they had a second Kona in hand, of course. But certainly we were in it. And we played around the Kona as best we could, so that was very unfortunate that we got comboed out in that last match. But I think the deck is pretty good, actually. I'm impressed. I think between last week's Dino deck and this week, it's a little encouraging that, like, you can actually win games just by playing big dudes that are big, cheap dudes early. You know, there's a lot of shenanigans going on with, like, people bouncing stuff and, like, you know, we didn't run into like aggro, which I think would be bad for us at least before sideboarding because we don't have enough removal. But maybe after sideboards, aggro would be a decent matchup for us because we are big. The problem is, like, it doesn't really matter how big you are with like monstrous rage a lot of the time, but we gain life also with our debris beetles and our tranquil frillbacks, so I feel like aggro would be like a decent matchup for us. But yeah, in a world of like bounce decks and, you know, beans, even against beans I think we're not that bad, just because we can apply so much pressure. The thing about beans though is that with Zerd, they can like gain 1,000,000 life if they're that build of beans. But on the other hand, we have a lot of ways to disrupt beans. We've got discard spells. We've got like 4 Terror Sunders and 3 Tranquil Frillbacks. In addition to like our Durexes, our Dreams of Steel and Oil, and our Binding Negotiations. So I think we'd have a decent shot against beans. Anyway, I think like it's cool that like you can actually win games just by playing big, huge threats. And like maybe these big creatures are just as busted as everything else in Standard, you know? I think people undervalue just huge bodies for low mana value. And I think we've proven between last week and this week that if you abuse cards like these and just play them early and play them in abundance, just take advantage of the fact that they're way overstated for their cost, you can win games that way. And yeah, I think this deck is cool. The build is good. I found myself wanting Malicious Eclipse number 2 in the sideboard, so that would be something that maybe I would consider adding, swapping out possibly Shieldred number 2. I really do think you want the Obstinate Balos in the current Standard meta because there's so much discard, and this card just really punishes Pixie decks and Liliana decks heavily, and I think it's worth playing a 3 for sure. It's also just good against aggro too, you know, it's just a big body that gains life when it enters. But overall, I think the deck is cool. I like the composition of the deck. I thought the mana base worked quite well. I really liked the twitching doll, the match where we were able to sack the twitching doll for a bunch of spiders to crew our Beetle was pretty sweet. I think, like, yeah, I like the plan of, instead of ramping 1 into 3, ramping 2 into 4, because the 4 drops are so good, and like the 2-drop mana dorks are quite good as well. Like, the Scrapgorger is a graveyard hate piece that becomes a 3/3. The twitching doll, as we saw, can just go wide for you in the end game, making a huge board full of threats. The Wild Guide I didn't like as much. It was okay. I think there was one game where we could have attacked with like a 3/3 Wild Guide. It was alright. I think I like the twitching doll a lot better. We never got to use the Loamspeaker's ability. I probably would just swap it for another twitching doll because the Loamspeaker also cannot crew the debris beetle. Overall, though, I think it's a solid deck, solid strategy, and we got some good wins tonight. So, unfortunately, a lot of people just didn't feel like playing Magic, in Diamond tier on standard best of 3 traditional ranked. So, I don't know what's up with that, but that's just something that happens from time to time on the arena, and just gotta deal with it and get on to the next match. Anyway, I enjoyed playing standard 4-drop Whoppers. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did and you like off-meta, off-kits, or MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I do stream Magic the Gathering on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday, and I stream non-MTG content as well. There's a link to my Twitch channel in the description, so feel free to come by Twitch sometime and check out the stream. Hope you all have a good weekend. See you next time.